Okay, today we're going to go out and we're going to treat the beehives for mites using the new Oxalic Acid Vaporizer that we got at the North American Honeybee Expo. We got one of the Lorobbees Instavap's. We got it made to accept the rigid 18-volt battery. So we're going to connect everything up here. And when you first power on the instrument, the light flashes to let you know it's warming up, and then when it's ready to go, it'll be a steady light. We also put the Apiary adapter on the end because we've got the Apiary hive out there, and we've got a couple plastic bottom boards too, so that's important so you don't melt your bottom boards. And then we got the Easy Oxalic Acid, which we're going to use. And of course, last but not least, safety first, we've got our respirator too for organic acid vapor cartridges, for combo cartridges. So let's get out and get started. Okay, so we're out here in the apiary today. It's Friday, January 17th. It's probably about 40 degrees out. About the good temperature to do this. We're going to treat the bees with some oxalic acid. We've got our vaporizer here. Turn it on. The light right there is flashing slow. That's how we know it's warming up. It's a little bit later in the year than we'd like to see. We probably want to do this about the right before Christmas time when there's no brood, because the key with this is there can't be any brood because this does not get in underneath the brood cappings to kill the mites. It'll only kill the mites that are on the bees. But we didn't get this until after New Year's at the Bee Expo, and we've had some really cold weather here for the last couple of weeks. This is the first warm day that we've got. You want it to be about between 40 and 50 degrees because you don't want them clustered real tight, but you also don't want a whole bunch of bees flying too, because if it's killing the mites on the bees, if they're not home, they're not going to get the treatment. So we're going to go ahead and let this continue warming up. I'm going to get set up, get my respirator on, and we'll go ahead and start doing some treatments.
Okay, so our unit's all warmed up. The light's red right there. That's how you know it's ready to go. So we'll go ahead and get set up here, and we'll start doing some treatment. We've already got our dispenser set for the amount of acid we want to put into the unit. We've got our acid right here in the container, so we just stick it in there like that. It pulls out the right amount. We're going to go put it in the unit.
Okay, so a couple more things I wanted to mention. When you put the treatment in, this light will start flashing fast on and off. That's how you know the treatment's going. When it's done, it'll go back to steady again. And the other thing you may have noticed is I was trying to block some of the either entrances or back sides with a towel to try to keep as much of that vapor in there as I can. Depending upon the setup with the screen bottom board, where it's going to come out the most, so what you block the most. You don't need to seal it off completely, you don't need to keep it blocked for too long, but just try to hold as much of that vapor in there as you can. We did all those 11 hives in that short amount of time, so it's pretty quick. Normally we'd come back about 5 to 7 days later, since they're still probably brood in the hives, and hit them again, but it's going to be cold next week, so we're probably not going to have that opportunity to do that. So we're getting close to where we're going to be doing the Formic Pro treatment here in March. So we'll hit them with Formic when it warms up in March, and that'll get under the cappings for the mites that are under there and take care of the rest of them. So this is just a quick treatment to knock down what was ever on the bees now. We'll go back in the back, finish up those hives, and we'll come back and show you how to clean it. So a couple more things I wanted to mention. Talked about wearing a respirator, wearing gloves and stuff like that for protection. Also make sure you have a jug of water and baking soda along, because that will neutralize anything you get the oxalic acid on. Especially important if you spill it on your skin or anything like that. You can clean your tools with it and everything like that. So we did all those hives. We did 20 hives here at the house. We've got 3 more at a friend's house we'll go do tomorrow. But doing those 20 hives took about 1.5 batteries. Again, I got the rigid 4 amp battery. That's the minimum size battery that they recommend. You can go up to, I think they've got 8 amp batteries out right now. But I used 1.5 of those 4 amps to do these 20 hives. We'll come back probably on Sunday and check the bottom boards. I was out here yesterday and scraped all the bottom boards clean, so we'll see what kind of mite drop we get on the bottom boards and do a short follow-up video on that. And also yesterday when I was out here, I put some more sugar bricks in the hives, made sure everybody was alive, and go and put some more sugar bricks in the hives to get them through these next couple weeks. So we'll do another video showing the sugar cakes that we put in and stuff here in a couple weeks too. One last thing I wanted to go over was cleaning the unit. They recommend cleaning it after every use. We've got some distilled water here. So you put the water in this little silicone cap right here. You're using distilled water. Invert the unit and be very careful and make sure that you hold this cap on when you flip it over, because it will want to blow it off in your hand. Flip it over like that. Let that distilled water run through the unit and clean it, and it keeps any of the crusties from building up in there and any deposits in your unit that will affect its efficiency in the future. Okay, that's it for today. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks with another video.